What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. Boy, there were a lot of angry people on some of the videos that I made telling me to stop reporting these rumors. These are baseless. Stop. They're never going to do that. It's never going to happen. Okay. Just a little FU, I was right. But before we get to that, let's talk about all of those rumors. And yeah, there were a lot of them, most of them, of course, from actually the Doctor Who, like subreddits and other fans like that, and then reported through sites like Fandom Pulse. So we do have this from May 15th. Rumor, Billie Piper considered to be cast as the 16th Doctor in Doctor Who. Moving right along through that, in May 17th, we were told that Doctor Who's going to be on a bit of a pause while the BBC regroups, still with Billie Piper, as we found out that confirmed. And then in May 23rd, something that we had heard for a long time, that Ncuti Gatwa, after his second year as Doctor Who, was going to leave. He was going back to stage play and things like that. And so he was going to be out. And we got confirmation when they... the finale, that yes. Oh, and we also heard that Jodie Whittaker was going to come back for something in the finale, and that got proven true as well. So cheers there, Gary posting some clips of her. They said that we are going to show the clip, by the way, so don't worry. But they set themselves up for this failure from the very beginning. This was Russell T. Davies, who was on record saying, if you aren't writing about LGBTQ and trans stories in 2025, what are you even doing? I'm assuming he's going to feel the same way in 2026, despite all of the massive failures. We, of course, got The Timeless Child before that with Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker that made, the first Doctor no longer the first Doctor and made it a little black girl or something. And yeah, Jodie Whittaker did all the fun things to David Tennant, like as a male presenting Doctor, you wouldn't understand. We got a trans daughter, Donna's daughter, Rose. It was a lot. It was a lot, and it just kept going. We got David Tennant and Ncuti Gatwa dick generating, basically splitting out. That pissed everyone else. Of course, bi generation being code for bisexual. And you can see the proof is in the pudding, as they say. And then Ncuti Gatwa famously telling fans not to watch the show. Go touch grass if you don't like it. Their companion talking about how excited that they're upsetting people. Don't forget Jinx Monsoon and the evil plant filled with only white people. Pepperidge Farm remembers it, leading all the way up to, and I will read them verbatim here. A lot of rumors were given to Fandom Pulse by an insider of the show for this season, and every one of them ended up being true, including the big reveal that Billie Piper was then brought back and cast as the Doctor, something that sounded so absurd fans couldn't even believe the BBC would do it. The regeneration scene, of which there were two in a 20-minute tacked-on ending that felt very strange. First, as we talked about, featured Jodie Whittaker showing up and assisting the Doctor by encouraging him. It gives the meta commentary to fans again, where Gatwa proclaims he is the best Doctor, and Whittaker corrects him by saying best male, implying, of course, that she was somehow better, and giving a moment of woke solidarity, of course, between LGBTQ and BLM or whatever the hell. Let's show the actual bi generation or the actual regeneration scene of Billie Piper here. Hold on, make sure I do this the right way. Because yes, no one is believing they did it, and they actually released it online because it is so unbelievable. So that weird thing where that's why I'm talking over it. Sorry. And look how happy he is. Might have to pause it every once in a while just to make sure.
I don't want to do this alone.
I don't want to do it alone. Wearing. It's like a tunic, and it's ABF says, I don't trust any man wearing a tunic.
I'm never alone with you. Joy to the world!
Alright. He's going to start his cooming now.
And that is exactly the word. This has been an absolute joy.
Just 2 years of the lowest rated seasons and absolutely alienate every fan that was left. All right, you ready? Last pause. This is it. They're doing the thing. Insiders were right. Desperation is peak. I don't know how this is going to be explained. Billie Piper. Billie Piper is back. There you go. They've done the thing. People are not understanding it. Shout out again to Gary for sharing this one. Chris Walker Thompson, the continuity announcer, after the episode. So here's the set.
Well, that was Doctor Who, apparently. No, I'm sorry, what the hell was that? I mean, we had Omega, the Lord of Time, the inventor of the Time Lords, effectively, just reduced to being some kind of CGI skeleton. A giant CGI skeleton at that. Eats the main villain anyway, completely clears that story in a matter of moments, and then is defeated 5 minutes later. And what about Susan Foreman's return?
What?
Well, it was just an excuse to get her to come into the TARDIS and film these little come and find me things. Amounted to nothing. Instead, we wasted time on a daughter that wasn't really his daughter and turned out to be her daughter, despite the fact she never had a daughter. If you watch the first episode, she lives with flatmates. What an absolute joke. And Billie bloody Piper. Not a disrespect on Billie Piper's ability to act, but if David Tennant didn't bring in the audience, I don't think this will. Anyway, coming up next, Strictly Come Dancing.
By the way, that is the bigger point. David Tennant didn't bring in, and the few that did were very quickly alienated and punished by what they did to him. So, yeah. So there it is. Now, well, Disney's not renewing their partnership, I do not believe, with Doctor Who. So now it goes away, like we said, for a little bit, while it reconstitutes over there continuously at the BBC forever, I guess. And we come back with Billie Piper as your Doctor Who. Oh boy. Anyway, let me know what you think about this one. Either way, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
Well, bye.